Bond, and you see it.
My God.
You see it when, like, you see there's that streamer Speed. You see him go around the world, and people lose their fucking minds for that.
Yes, but he went to China the other day, and it was like, whoa, what is going on in China? Like, I was like, this must be some sort of humiliation ritual because, like, I do not need to be going. Like, I don't have to travel just to be called names, bro. Like, what is going on? So,
and losers of the 2024 political media cycle, right?
Yeah.
And they had me as a big winner. They had Rogan as a loser. I totally disagree with that. Rogan. The three he did, the Trump, JD fans,
and
Elon Musk. Come on, like that's like, and I heard so many people talking about the Elon. I didn't listen to Elon Musk. I heard so many people talking about the Elon Musk. But that week, I had people saying to me, "Yo, that Elon Musk man, he was saying some shit. Like he was saying some real shit. He made that."
Right, so in this, I wanted to talk about this. Right, this is actually very, very good conversation that they're having. This is talking about the changes in the media landscape, things that are going on, you know, with podcasting and all of that. There is a change, right? And I'm here for it. I am all the way here for it because I'm going to ride it to the top. Okay, praise God, right? So this is Andrew Schulz and Charlemagne breaking down, you know, podcasting world, Andrew Schulz and Charlemagne, breaking down how, you know, because of the podcasting and all of that, like a lot of people think like that's why Trump won. No. But there is a change happening, and we're going to talk about it. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Might fuck with
Trump. Don't be fooled. People were voting for Elon. Even though Trump is the person that they, wrote in on the bubble, they're voting for the fact that Elon's going to be involved in that administration.
Oh, I can see that.
100%.
I can see that. Somebody told me, one of my guys that was with me this week, he can't vote because he's not from here, but damn. What if my guy gonna get deported in January? But he's not from here. But he was saying how he like RFK. You know what I'm saying? And so he might rock with Trump because of RFK. He can't vote, but he was just saying I would like to see what RFK does in that administration.
I also think there's another thing, and I think this is very important because we're talking about legacy media versus new media, right? And you understand this because you've done radio. Mm-hmm. And I think radio has always done this.
Pull up that deadline article. This is good. I like this. Because they talk about this in there.
And here is the difference that I see. I saw Kamala doing a lot more traditional media, legacy media, if you will. Okay? Now, Trump did it as well. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. She definitely avoided doing the podcast run. They avoided our podcast. She avoided Rogan. She avoided tons of big podcasts. She went on, a few shows. But the value of sitting down with people for a long time is that you get to start to build a connection with these people, right? She went on SNL. They did a sketch. It might be watched by more people than anywhere in the world.
Sketch was great, though.
Sketch was great. Yeah. But here's the reality. And there are comedians on SNL, right, that are hilarious comedians. They might not be able to sell out a comedy club for a weekend. And they're on the biggest comedy platform in the world. Because the reality is, getting people to leave their house to support you is about connection. As someone in radio for fucking 20 years, you understand that. You've built connection with people.
Every day, daily.
Exactly. Legacy media, these TV shows, are not about building connection. They're about selling pharmaceutical ads. That is the goal of the show. How can I sell your next depression pill?
And so you're right about that as far as that's the goal of the show. But he's right with everything that he's saying. Because when you sit down and you talk to somebody, you get to see who they really are, right? And with legacy media, you are really just answering questions. But I think that if you're good enough, like a good enough journalist, the person doing the interviewing, or like a Barbara Walters or whatever, Diane Sawyer, these people, they were good at digging in and asking the hard questions, for sure. But it's definitely not the same thing as when a person lets their guard down and they have a conversation. Kamala Harris was very, I'll just never forget, she was nervous. Kamala Harris is not dumb. People always say, on the right, oh, she's stupid. She's so dumb. She's so dumb. No, she's not stupid. Okay. She didn't, she slept her way to the top. Okay. Like a lot of women. Like now what? But you still can't sleep your way to reading, or passing a test, bro. Come on now, By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe and the notification bell. You don't have to like her, but you don't have to call her dumb. She had a very comprehensive justice panel. Lord, when she was a district attorney, she was tough on crime. And conservatives would have loved her policies, but whatever. Kamala. Okay, fine. But she definitely did not connect, and so it does make her look dumb. It does make her look dumb, and she played herself too, not going on these podcasts. Now, me personally, it was already, you know what I mean, like she wasn't gonna win anyway. No, not because she's a black woman, like she wasn't gonna win anyway. But things are changing, but don't get it twisted, because just because you see people on YouTube doesn't mean they're independent. We'll get into that. But let's just check out a little bit more. By the way, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you to every eye that lands on these videos.
Can I sell your next restless leg syndrome pill, etc.? So you're in a situation where Trump is going on these pods for long amounts of time, building connectivity with these people and talking to people who are really trusted with their audience. That's going to make somebody leave the house, just like it makes our supporters and fans leave the house when we do our comedy shows. I think that is the difference between legacy media and new media. New media is about connection with the fans. Legacy media came from a time where simply being on TV or simply being famous was enough to get people to go see you. And those days are done.
Yeah, it's interesting.
They are done. It is very decentralized. I will say that. But you got to bust your behind probably even harder.
Right? Because even when you talk about new media, I think that there's a difference between people who, like there's a lot of these platforms, they might get a lot of crazy numbers, but you got to have actual influence, right? And the way you get influence is by engaging with people. I think that there's another new level of media, which I think is the streamers. They do what radio does. They're on there every day. They're talking with people.
Yeah.
They're not just talking. When we dropped it, when we put out Brilliant Idiots, we're talking
to them.
We're
not talking with you.
We're not talking with them.
Yep.
We're talking to them. So people are watching this right now and they're enjoying watching me and Andrew talk. They get in the comments and talk shit and hope we see it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But they don't actually get to engage. With radio and the streamers, they get to engage. That shit forms a different level
Think
of
about the bond, and you see it.
Oh, my God.
You see it when, there's that streamer Speed. You see him go around the world, and people lose their fucking minds
That's right.
for that.
Yes, he went to China the other day, and it was like, whoa, what is going on in China? Like, I was like, this must be some sort of humiliation ritual, because, like, I do not need to be going, I don't have to travel just to be called names, bro. Like, what is going on? So anyway, but coming back to the point, you're right. I love streaming. I do. I never get a chance to do it. I do love streaming, though, because, I like being silly, talking to the chat, everything. I like when I was bringing on guests and everything, and I am going to get back to that on my other channel. I'm going to change it into a streaming channel. Because it's just there's a lot to talk about, right? And I know everybody doesn't watch the whole videos. They don't watch all the full video, or or people don't. And I also feel like, sorry for the stuttering, right? I also feel like I get misconstrued a lot in the video, right? But they're so right. It's fun, it's streaming, it's everything. So people feel more connected, and at my age, I got to see both sides, where you would look at the television and think oh my God, that person is worlds away from me, to now where it's you can connect with your favorite streamer, you send a chat over, or they're just, it feels like they're talking to you.
Last night I wasn't here. I got late word that I was invited to a private roundtable meeting with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. It was under what's called Chatham House rules. For those that are not familiar, this means that you cannot reveal anybody who attended, nor attribute anything to any one individual, as they can deny it.
Right. So anyway, Temple met with Netanyahu or whatever, right? So it's it is what it is, right? Get your bag, however. But if you're meeting with the prime minister of this place, stop telling me I have derangement syndrome of this place. Stop trying to act like you have a nuanced take to this place that's called, our greatest ally. You don't. You know what I mean? Because we already know what's up, Tim. We already know. And then goes on there and says, according to Jewish Insider, Tim Pool complained to Netanyahu about anti-Semitism, anti-Zionism, and anti-Zionism. I'm not a Christian Zionist. In the pro-Trump podcast in space, and suggests it was Qatari op. As if I'm getting paid by Qatar. No, I'm not. Believe me, I have to go to work in a few. Okay, like stop. You know, so it's stuff like that. So I found out that like these people who you thought were independent, especially Tim Pool, man. When I first became MAGA, man, I used to watch Tim Pool all day, every day. As soon as he would drop his video, I would watch. I would soak it all in, and you know, find out about the riots and this everything that's going on. And, oh my gosh, like, and then I would watch the lives and everything. I sent a super chat, nobody read it. I didn't know that's how it went, you know. Sean Perner, all these people who were coming in, like, oh my God, I soaked up. Like, I could not get enough of Tim Pool. Like, I was always like, Tim Pool, Tim Pool, Tim Pool. And now it's like, I can't take your words seriously. Like, bro, you don't even talk about, you know, what's really going on in the Middle East. We're sending soldiers to the Middle East right now. They're going to probably die, you know, for Israel again. So, you know, doesn't say anything about it, right? So it's a bit of a disappointment, but I don't know that man. Got to get your bag. You just had a baby. He got married and had a baby, man. Look, hey, come on now. He has to get his, you know, he has to get things secure. I get it. So in this world, not everybody is independent, but there is it. I'm excited for the future of like YouTubing, podcasting, and all of that. I'm like literally excited for it. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.